Hi, my name is Nick Savino, and I'm here to give you an update on Project Rudra. You'll see on screen we got Zetch just kind of hanging out, but there are actually 4 playable characters in this game. First up, we have Tomoe. She's the next character you'll find. Bring in Cypher, third character you find. I'm just kind of glazing over them because they're not really in the game right now. He moves, he jumps. We have the red sprite trail for when he moves around, and then we also have Buster, who I'll bring in right now. I'm hitting the right trigger to bring in the characters. Everything's being controlled with a controller right now. He can move very quickly. This actually is not his run animation, but it's not quite working at the moment. He can jump really high, has a nice little spin. Since he's got no face, I made sure to make all his animations super flashy. And yeah, so what you'll see in the top left, you may have noticed, is that the HUD changes based on the character. Their health and their energy bars are completely different. Cypher especially, you'll notice that he has a sword because he actually uses his health to do his special abilities, but he can also heal to compensate for it. Tomoe, she has just a normal health bar, but she has energy bar that she gets from doing combos. I'll show you a little bit about that later, but we're actually going to start off with Zetch because he's the first character that you play as in the game. And you also notice everything is color-coded, so something you might notice when you see health packs or whatever. These little things right here is shimmering because he can use it, but if Tomoe's in, it's not shimmering and it's a little dimmed out. Yeah, let's go to Act 1. The first level of the game is broken up into a few different acts, and we'll start off with Zetch. Yep, so you'll see we're on the Mars colony called Rudra. This is one of the enemies. They're kind of dumb right now. I could pretty much just do this if I want. The combat's based heavily on a lot of my favorite fighting games, but as well as a lot of platformers. But yeah, I can just duck on this guy if I want, but you can punch him. There's very few sound effects in the game right now, but we got basic jabs and stuff. So I can just do this, but Zetch's main specialties are his thread attacks. So you see he can do that. I can also shoot it diagonal like this. And from a distance, I can actually bring him in. Oh boy, hitboxes. Alright, we'll just get this guy out of the way, and we'll test it on this guy. So I can grab him, or I can just grab up close. So he's more of like a short/long range grappler. You saw one of the throws I did, the back throw. There's also the roundhouse. Oops, I got hit. Let's get him out of here. Elbow and forward throw. These boxes are here to demonstrate that some boxes are in the foreground and some are in the background. Let's just get this guy out. You know, I'm going to kill this guy so you can see a nice little explosion. Oh, I'm surrounded. This is bad. Oh. Now what I should have done is I could throw enemies into other enemies and then they do damage to each other, which I can actually show you right now if I can get in this mess of craziness. Oh, okay, so that guy died. And he dropped some currency, but I'm going to go into that. Yeah, I can just go into it right now. You pick up currency and you get bonus stuff. That's pretty much about it. Currency is not used to unlock abilities. All abilities are found through story or through hidden collectibles. But the tutorializing in this game is based on level design. So you'll see right here, like there's these boxes. You can attack these boxes. You might like, oh, there's a crack wall. I don't know if I can destroy that. Obviously you can. So those boxes had spiders in them, and I'm just gonna do this. Here's another one of Zetch's moves. And I am probably gonna die if I don't play it carefully. This is a battle room, but it doesn't lock because lock doors aren't quite working right. So I'm just gonna punch my way out of here. You punch doors. I don't know if you played a game where you attack doors before. I'm sure we all have. Here is the checkpoint system, the Rudra Diamond, which you'll see in the logo. It spins. When you run through it, it spins even more. Particles come out, which give you energy. And you can attack it. You can do combos to it. It's just a whole bunch of nonsense just for a checkpoint, which I thought was pretty fun. Here you have different paths. You can choose to go up or down. I'm going to go up and just kind of fly through this level. So this is taking a little bit longer than I thought. Get you out of there. Now here's an example of you using crouching moves. Like, he can't get you, you can't do anything, but you can use one of these, and much in line with all of Zetch's thread moves is they pull the enemies in, which is good because he has a grapple. When you miss, you do this. Ooh, he's whiffing it. I'm going to let you live and go up after that platform comes back because I was slow. Ooh. You might notice dust coming out of my feet when I jump. I'm actually using dash cancels constantly when I play. It's faster. But rather than do that, I'm actually going to go back up and just use Zetch's ability because why wouldn't I? And I don't really need to fight you, so just get out of the way. But yeah, here's his run speed. but you can dash. You can actually buffer it midair and go right into a dash on landing, like that. You can actually dash cancel most attacks in the game, so I can do punch, punch, dash cancel if I wanted. I am very close to dying, so let's not do that. This is a hazard. This would normally hurt me, but right now it doesn't. So whatever, I am going to die. So let's just not touch anything else. That spider could have killed me. Oh, we gotta get away. And here's another checkpoint. You might think this is a bit ominous with this giant red door here. If you really want, you can attack these things, but I'm just gonna go so I don't die. Something happens here in the final game, but I won't really say because it's probably obvious. It's a boss fight. And we're gonna keep going. So that would be the end of Act 1. And normally there'd be a little bit of cutscene, some dialogue, and you would jump into this level as Tomoe. Tomoe is the main heroine of the game. She's faster, she jumps higher, she has much longer combos. She probably has the most animations in the entire game out of any character. But this area you're seeing, these are jumps that Zetch could not make. She can jump further and higher, and of course her sprite trail is orange because all the colors correspond to each character. So you'll find another battle room in here. I'll show you some of her combos. She has triple slash attack. Oop, let's go here. Let's do triple kick attack. X moves tend to do more damage, whereas Y moves tend to bring characters around. You'll see that that kick actually knocked that guy backwards. And she instead of grabs, she has stunner and launcher. So basically, I can launch that guy into the air, or I can stun him, then I can launch him. Just lots of possibilities. Don't forget the crouching moves. She has full meter right now, but normally doing attacks, she would gain meter. I gave her full meter so you can see some of the combo stuff like this. These are called finishers, which knock enemies around and deal tons of damage. She also has a kick finisher, which launches enemies into the air. And you might have noticed when she flipped her hair back, it actually did a teeny tiny bit of damage. There's a lot of little things you'll notice in this game. This guy is very stubborn. I may have given him a ton of health and not realize it, so I'm just going to keep going. This guy's real tiny, so I'm just going to attack him from down here. And you may notice this crack wall. Lots and lots of secret areas in Project Rudra. Kind of a running theme, to be honest. You also notice that she doesn't absorb these particles. Part of the story is Tomoe does not absorb any of the energy in the Rudra colony. I won't go into it, but yeah, that's just a thing that happens. She builds her meter from attacking, but right now it's at max. Anyways, I could launch this guy into the air, and later on when we have it implemented, he'll actually deal damage to other things, just like Zetch's throws deal damage to other enemies. But I'm just going to take him out, take his money, his wallet if you will, and go through this door. And here's some boxes. Lots of boxes littered all over the place, because just attacking stuff is fun. I don't know. It's just I like messing around with everything. This thing gives you energy, but even if you can't absorb it, you can always just break it and just watch the particles fly around. Particles are everywhere in Project Rudra because, again, story stuff I'll go into later. These things, there's a whole bunch of enemies that aren't working, so I'm just going to fly by them. There's some health right there, and a continued checkpoint. Now, the main reason why you can combo this thing is because Tomoe doesn't absorb any of these things. She needs to build meter somehow, so I made it so you can combo this thing for as long as you want. Let's keep going. Here's a little mini-boss fight. This guy does nothing, but you might notice that you can stand on his tread and possibly attack weak points, which we'll find out some other time. But after the level's over, you just got to break your way through here. More breakable stuff, because breaking stuff's fun. And here's a little bonus that it's a large amount of creds. You'll see at top left, it goes up pretty high. And we just happen to be at the end of Act 2. Now, I hope I went into everything, but there is one more thing I haven't showed you. Since Tomoe can do these little finishers like this, or possibly stuff like that, I actually didn't show you everything, but we'll just leave that for another time. She can also go into hyper mode, which gives her these things, which let her attack enemies. I picked a great place to go in hyper mode. There are no enemies, and she can't make this jump. But you'll notice if I hold A, she hovers in place, and it actually slows down her air combos, making them longer. She can actually float over hazards. Hazards aren't really in the game yet, so I'll just show you this right here. I know there's something else this thing does, but let's just say this is fine. If I hit L again, it disappears. One more thing I want to show you, we'll bring Zetch back in, is this thing you might have noticed before. I actually didn't show you what it did, but Zetch can grapple onto these things and go up like that. So he can't jump as high, but he can actually hit higher ledges than Tomoe if the area is designed that way. And yep, little areas like that too. Alright, don't think there's anything else I really want to show you right now, but right now you're seeing Act 3, and then I'm going to show you Act 3 in the coming months, but for now I hope this gave you a better idea of how Project Rudra is going to play and look. So stay tuned. Thanks.